today's going to be kind of my summer makeup routine. I'm basically just going to be featuring a lot of products that I actually haven't shown you before. Just new products I'm trying out and I think are really nice for the summertime. And this is going to be like a chit-chatty video. It's probably going to be really long, but I definitely like this kind, and I think you guys like this kind better too, as opposed to like the voiceover kind. Basically the makeup from my last video, which was my May favorites. I'll link it below if you haven't seen it. I'm happy a lot of you guys like the bloopers at the end. I normally don't include those. I'm not someone that's gonna like fake bloopers just for the sake of putting bloopers in a video. I find that very hard to watch when people like make them like knowingly, I guess. But if I have like a lot of outtakes where I just look ridiculous, which I did in that video, I'll put them in from time to time because I think they're kind of funny. I'm going to be using a lot of new products today, including this one, which is the Tarte Smoothing Balm Foundation. You can only get this at Ulta, or no, you can only get this at QVC on QVC's website. So I will put a link below to this. It comes in like a big kit. I'm not sure if you can purchase it on its own, but I'll put all the info below for you guys, and everything that I'm using today I will also link below for you. So I'm in the shade Light. It comes with this brush. I'm just going to tap it in and I'm just going to put it on my face. I really like this. It's a nice creamy consistency. It feels really light on the skin, but it's full coverage. So I'm just, you can see I have breakouts right here. So I just tapped it on and I'm just going to put this over my skin. It's a nice creamy consistency, great for the summertime, full coverage. It looks really nice and dewy on the skin too, and I really like that. So this is the brush that it comes with. I don't know if this would be like my favorite kind of brush to use for this. I mean, it's a really nice brush, super nice, but I think I would probably prefer maybe something a little bit more fluffy, or even like a pad, because this is like a cream foundation. I used to use the MAC Studio Tech foundation when I very first started making YouTube videos. I think I used that foundation in high school too. And it's like a creamy foundation like this. And it comes with a pad, and I always use the pad with it, just because it kind of like smears the foundation over your pores really nicely. Although this brush is really nice. I was thinking of buffing this in circular motions, but the brush just feels really weird when you try to like do circular motions. Kind of like gets caught. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more chit chat, get ready with me, makeup tutorials, and I'll definitely do more for you guys. This is kind of really only my second one I've ever done. I'm gonna try out a new setting powder that I got. It's in like the same exact packaging as that foundation. This one you can get at Sephora already, but that foundation is only on QVC. But this is their new setting powder, the Smooth Operator tinted finishing powder. I've used the Smooth Operator translucent powder a lot. Like I went through a couple tubs of those. It's like a loose powder, but I've never tried it in the pressed form or a tinted form. I always use translucent, so I am going to set my foundation with this today. I just want to put some concealer on first and set my concealer too. So we'll see how I like that. If I don't like it, maybe I'll also use my Makeup Forever HD, because that finishing powder is amazing. Like, I don't think anything can compare to that, at least not for me, for putting on concealer. And I just kind of work it into the corner like all my tutorials. I'll probably just like skip over this part because it's pretty boring. Put some under my nose. And I wanted to tell you guys this really random weird story that happened to me and my friend. And I wanted to ask you guys if you've ever had something super weird and random happen to you. Let me know in the comments below, because I don't know if any of you can top my story, because it is like the most random weird thing in the world. And let me know how the lighting is on this video. I feel like it might be too bright. Anyway, my story. Okay, so I was driving with my friend, one of my best friends. She was driving her car. I was in the passenger seat. Have my setting powder, the new one. See how this works first. Definitely takes away the shine. You can see this is like super shiny. Now it's nice and matte. Yeah, I like this. This guy pulls up next to us, definitely trying to hit on us. He's like hanging out his car window, trying to get our number, whatever. We kind of both ignore him. I have a boyfriend, she has a boyfriend. And the first thing I noticed about him, which had nothing to do with us not wanting to talk to him, I mean, we both have boyfriends, was that he had a lazy eye. Just, you know, you look at someone and they have a very strong lazy eye, that's something you notice right away. But it had nothing to do, like I said, with us not wanting to talk to him, right? So we just tried to look forward, didn't look at him, whatever, and then the light turns green, so we go. We noticed that he starts to follow us, which is really, really weird. He's following us really close, like he's tailgating us, which was really weird. Following us, and we're driving for like 15 minutes. He's following us every turn we make. He's like on our ass, like following us, and it starts to freak us out. It was just really, really weird. We were like, why is this guy following us? I mean, he had a girl in his passenger seat that looked like it could have been his girlfriend. We didn't know like if he was pissed that we like didn't roll down our window and talk to him, and he was just driving like erratically. It was super weird. So then we make a turn onto this like super, it wasn't a freeway, but it was a really wide road with lots of lanes. So we go there, and my friend starts driving really fast because we're like, why is he following us? Why is he like on our, like, so driving so closely to us, right? He actually gets into the lane next to us, which we thought was weird because he'd been following us so tightly. And he drives super fast to get up next to our car. And then the weirdest thing in the world happened. So he's driving like, we're probably going like, I don't know, 60 or something. Like it's, you know, decently fast, whatever. And I noticed he has his arm out the window of his car, and I don't know what the hell he's holding. And I'm like, what is that? Like I look over and I'm trying to look at what he's holding, because his arm was like out the window, like holding something, like look at this kind of thing. And I'm looking at it, and I thought it was like a cookie or something, because I saw like white and then I saw like black, and I thought it was like a chocolate chip cookie. I didn't know like what it was until I actually like took my eyes off of what he was holding and looked at him, and I noticed he had like, I don't even know how to describe this. Like basically he was missing an eye when I looked up at him. I almost like, I didn't even know what to do or what to say. So what he did after following us for like 15 minutes, he drove up next to our car, took out his fake eyeball, obviously it was fake, and was holding it out the window. Like, look at this, bitches, and like then drove off. And me and my friend just looked at each other. We turned the music down. We were like, we literally drove for like the rest of the way in silence, like in horror, and like, what the hell just happened? And it was the weirdest thing of my entire life. Like, who does that? So what we thought, the reason why he did this, what we think, he thought that like we didn't want to roll down the window and talk to him because he had a lazy eye. This is our only explanation as to why someone would do this. I'm just gonna take a gold shade here on my lid. So he probably thought we didn't like him, or we didn't want to talk to him because he had a lazy eye. And so he drove up next to us holding his fake eyeball. I have no idea. But it was the weirdest thing that has ever happened to me. Like, who does that? That is so weird and creepy. And like he took out his eyeball. Maybe that was something that he was super insecure about, and he just assumed we didn't like him because he had a lazy eye. Oh crap. I have no idea, but like, honestly, it was almost traumatizing. Like, the fact that he was not only like following us for so long and driving so crazy, like we should have called the police, honestly. I think we were about to, until he like took out his eye and like sped away. But like, what goes through someone's mind? And the poor girl in his passenger seat, I mean, she was either terrified too, or she's used to the guy, who knows. But that was my weird ass story of the day. Has anything ever really weird happened to you guys? Because that was just the weirdest experience of my entire life. It's one of those stories where you tell someone and they're like, what? Like, you're lying. Like, you can't make that up. You cannot make that story up. This makeup look is very similar to my last two tutorials. Basically, I'm combining the two. Another crazy story, I'm just highlighting, by the way. But this was in high school. I was 16, I was a junior. Graduated when I was 17. I was always like the youngest in my class. Anyway, so junior year, super early in the morning, driving. I used to take this like, you had the option in my high school to take like a special kind of course that wasn't actually in the high school, and I of course wanted to take it. You could do like computers, you could learn about just random things, right? I signed up for it because I thought it'd be fun. Like I didn't actually have to be at my high school for the first 2 hours of the day. So I thought that'd be kind of fun. So super early in the morning. This is actually kind of a scary story that happened to me. At least it freaked me out at the time. Actually, it was scary. Okay, so 16 years old, super early in the morning, probably, I don't know, 7, like driving, hardly any cars out on the road and stuff. And I pull out of my subdivision. I'm driving to this place to do, you know, start the beginning of the day. And then after you take those courses, then you drive to your regular high school and you finish the day. Anyway, up to a red light. I'm in the left-hand turn lane. There's a car next to me. This old guy, well, he wasn't even old. I mean, at the time, he was probably, I don't know, 45, let's say, and I was 16. So there's like no other cars on the road besides me and him. He looks over and he reverses. There's no cars behind him because it's so early in the morning, and gets behind me in the left-hand turn lane. I was like, that's really weird. Like, this guy just reversed when he was obviously going to go straight because he was already at the red light. Reverses, gets behind me, and this place was like a half hour away from my home. He literally follows me, but pretty far behind, all the way there. Like, he would be in the right-hand lane, and I'd be in like the left lane, and if I had to get over into like a left-hand turn lane, even though he was super far behind me, he would then like cross all the lanes at once and then get into the left-hand turn lane. So I knew he was following me. It was so creepy. And then I finally get to this place and get out of my car. My friend would always wait for me before she walked in. And I'm like, this guy followed me because he was still in the parking lot. He pulled into the parking lot of this like high school basically, and just circled around and left. He probably didn't know what it was, or who knows what he actually wanted to do. Like, what if I mean, who knows if he wanted to attack me or who knows what. Keep going. I'm using this new Aztec gold eyeliner. It's so pretty. If you have green eyes or hazel eyes. I'm just gonna put it on my waterline. Okay, so I just put it on this eye so you can see the difference. It's like a dark mossy green. It's so pretty. I can't like do it on camera because I have to look so closely at my mirror. The same formula eyeliner, but in the black one, which is getting, just dropped it really small. But I just put a little bit of black eyeliner, right? Very, very small line on my upper lash line because I do want to wear false lashes today. And that just kind of helps disguise the band of the lash. I'm trying out this new Lancome Grandiose Mascara. I was going to repurchase the Benefit one again, but then I saw this and it was so pretty. It looks like Beauty and the Beast, like a rose. And I've heard people say this is really awesome. I actually really love the wand shape. It's so bizarre, but like if you hold it like this, it gets right into all those lashes. Anyway, back onto my story. So my friend memorized his license plate. Did I just get mascara on my skin? So we told the, you know, whoever, the teacher, whatever. And I remember the next day in school, I got called out of the classroom by like a police officer. They ran like the plates and everything. It was like a manufacturing plate or something. I don't know what that means. Like his job, I don't know what that means. It was a manufacturer plate, so it wasn't like his personal car. And I don't think anything ever came of that. They were just like, you know, let us know if it happens again kind of thing, which looking back, that's kind of crazy. Like, they should have like found the guy. I'm sure there was records somehow of who was driving it that day. But it was just creepy because like, I don't know if he was expecting me to go to like a normal job or something. Like, what was he gonna do when I got out of my car? Like, what if I went to the gas station or something? Like, was he gonna try and do something? Like, it was just creepy. Like, I was 16 and he was like an old man, and like, it was just bizarre to, like, he was obviously on his way to work or something. It was so early in the morning and he follows me for like a half hour all the way to the school. Like, who does that? That's so creepy, dude. I think I am gonna put fake lashes on though, because I just feel naked without them. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, I need fake lashes. And I forgot to use this before my foundation. Oh, I'm so pissed. I wanted to show you this. I've been using this for a couple weeks now and it's so good. It's a primer, foundation primer, the mattifying one by Makeup Forever. Keep meaning to show you it like in a video. I was gonna mention it in my favorites, then I was like, no, I'll just show them in a tutorial, and then I forgot, of course. Filling in my brows like usual. The front area doesn't really grow. I know some of you said to use castor oil. Is that the oil? I think that's what it was. So I think I'm gonna try that. But I did bleach my eyebrows the other day because in my last makeup tutorial, a lot of you were saying how much you hated my eyebrows, which that's fine. I mean, honestly, it looks, because these lights in front of me are so bright, it actually makes it look less blended in than how it looks in real life, because you don't have these massive lights on you. But I promise I'm not walking around with like crazy brows. But because I bleached them, this powder that I use matches it way better. Because before, if you go back and look at my last tutorial, my natural brow color is like dark black, pretty much. And this is more of like a light brown powder. Just matches better when I bleach my brows. I've been bleaching my eyebrows for a really long time, you guys. I remember I was in high school and I was getting my hair done. I was probably a freshman or sophomore. And the guy asked me, do you want me to lighten your eyebrows? Because I was getting highlights or whatever. So I said, okay. And I remember they charged me like $30 in the salon. And I was like, I can do that myself. So like ever since then, I've been lightening my eyebrows. And it's bizarre. You don't realize how your eyebrows actually grow like your hair. It's so weird because when you bleach them in like a month, half my eyebrows, you don't notice it, but if you get really close up to the mirror, you can see it. Like half of it is black again, and then the tips of your eyebrows are what you bleached. Like it grows out like your hair, which is so weird. You wouldn't think that your eyebrows do that. It's not super noticeable or anything, like unless you're, you know, super up close. But it's just bizarre. Favorite part of my makeup routine is taking a matte bronzer. I never use this blush. This matte bronzer is the best. It's by Tarte. It's matte, it's waterproof. It's such a nice powder for, you could use it for contouring if you wanted to. I like to just take a big fluffy brush like this, pat it into this side of the compact. Look how lovely that mirror looks. So clean. But I just like to take this and then I buff it all over my face, like literally everywhere. Pretty much everywhere. Bronzer. Anyway, I told you guys two really weird stories. Do you guys have any stories like that? I feel like everyone has to have some weird kind of story that's happened to them. I'd love to read your weird stories in the comments below. I'm gonna use a different blush than normal. I'm gonna use this color called Tipsy. It's like a bright orangey coral color, super pretty, but I think it's nice for the summertime because it's just like tangerine, but not, like it doesn't look that bright on your cheeks. It just gives you like this coral, pop of coral. I love so much for the summer months. So pretty. I hardly ever wear like a corally blush like this, like any other time of the year, mainly the summertime. I just think it's so pretty. It's like coral cheek, the perfect combo for like a bronzy eye and stuff. This is my highlighter. This is the same highlighter I wore in my May Favorites, my last video. I know a lot of you guys were wanting to know what highlighter I was wearing, and I actually already showed this highlighter in another tutorial. It is the Skin Perfector Pressed Becca one. I'll have the info below. I'm just gonna use this, and I'm gonna use quite a lot of highlighter, even though this is so, like I just tapped it and look how covered the brush is. It is really, really pigmented. And I'm just going to kind of swoop it like this. You already see that shine, it's like, wow. And just, I like to actually add a little bit extra on the apples. So it really catches the light and you just look so fresh, so dewy, like a summer goddess. I'm just obsessed. Just run it right down the very center of my nose, just lightly to highlight that. It makes my nose look like even skinnier than what it is. See what I mean? So a little on your upper Cupid's bow. I'm gonna finish, oh, I just put my lashes on, huge difference, right? And these are pretty affordable, but still really good quality, because there's some cheap lashes that are just crap. Like it doesn't matter what you do, they're gonna pop up. But these ones are affordable, but they are good quality, and I like these a lot. And remember, you can reuse your lashes for a long time, even though they're like $3 or $4 a piece or whatever. I usually wear the same lash for about a month. Because you saw I put my mascara on first and then I put my lashes on. I never go back in and get mascara on the actual fake lashes. I feel like that you would like ruin them a lot quicker. On my lips, I'm using the Fearless, the Power Pigment by Tarte, which I talked about in my last video, my May favorites. And with this, I don't even use a lip liner. I know in my last tutorial, people were like, oh my God, I never knew you outlined your lips on your skin. I barely do that, guys. Like, I'm not going crazy with it. Like, yeah, I like to do it. Like, I'll do it with this too. But I'm not like going crazy with it. I'm not like my lips are pretty big. They're not anything like out of this world. I wish they were bigger. Only my top one, really. But I'm too scared to get injections. So, yeah. This is so nice for the summer months. But I feel like I'm glowing. Okay. That is my finished look. Let me know if you guys like chit-chatty videos like this. I don't know if you guys like them. If you do, if you don't, if you never want to see one again, or if you like voiceovers, let me know. But this is my finished look. I'll put everything down below for you guys in the order that I applied it to my face. That's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you soon. Bye.